What's going on, guys? This is Greg back with the Super 6. Finally got the charger back, man. Back up and running. I had it back now for about a week, maybe a little over a week. I got it back last Friday. For those of you who don't remember or don't know, who are just joining the channel, first of all, welcome. But the charger actually went down a few days before Christmas. That's actually the Saturday before Christmas. I had an issue, so I'm just now getting the car back, and I just kind of want to go over what went on with it and everything. But first, I'd like to before I get started, I want to give a shout out to a couple of viewers that I've actually collaborated with in the comment section of some of my recent videos. And first one is Marcanius Under. I'm going to call him Mark, but Mark has been, very informative, very supportive and everything. I just would like to just say, thanks for the support, brother. And Marcane is actually has a supercharged 3.6 as well, but he's recently upgraded or actually bought another car, which was a Scat Pack. So he's going to use the Scat Pack, on certain occasions. He's going to keep his RIP supercharged charger. I think he has a 14. He's going to keep that for his daily driver, and these things make great daily drivers, man. So big ups to Mark, man, doing that. Appreciate all your support, man, and all your insight. The other brother is Marcavius Wolf. I think I got his name right, Marcavius Wolf, who also is doing some great things with his supercharged charger. I think he's reached a wheel horsepower of about 450 with 3 something in torque, 350 or 360, I can't remember, in torque. So he's doing some super things with his charger. So proud of him. And like I said, man, it just goes back to making power, which is ultimately what we guys want. That's the ultimate thing. So just making power, man. That's all. Big ups to my man Jay Will. Jay Will, a very true voice in the Mopar community here on YouTube, doing some great things. Check his channel out, Mopar Family, man. You'll find him. Just a good brother, always speaking the truth. And he actually has 3 Mopars, I think. So any trim level you want to know about, check him out. He's doing some great things. Appreciate the support, Jay Will. We'll be talking, man. You think you still wanna run the beast, man? But I guess I'll catch you, man, one day here in Georgia. But at any rate, guys, I want to get into what went on with the car. So let's go up under the hood. Let me show you exactly what happened to it. Ultimately, man, what ended up happening was, I guess when it first failed, I smelled a burning smell through the heater. I actually had the heater on at the time and could smell this burning odor, and I knew that wasn't right. So got a warning indicator on the dash saying that that I may lose battery power. So that to me indicated that it might have been a belt issue. So immediately I heard this screeching noise like a bad belt or what have you. Immediately pulled off of the side of the road. I was only about 4 miles from my house. Pulled off really quickly, so just to make sure I didn't damage anything. Shut it off. So I was able to get a tow truck out and everything. But that burning smell was the idle tension pulley, which is, if you can see it, that little unit right there. Also holds a plastic wheel that puts tension on the belt so that the belt can run. And that plastic wheel, man, had just shredded and burned up. And if you can look back at that video, man, I actually picked up some burned plastic pieces and rubber and everything from the floor of the engine compartment. So it took out the idle tension pulley. But what ultimately ended up failing was this idler pulley, which is part of the RIPS kit, or the supercharger kit. If you can see this idler pulley right there, this little baby here actually locked up, and just like any other kind of pulley or wheel, it operates off of ball bearings. And for somehow that piece either it wasn't greased properly or whatever, just might have been just a bad part or whatever, but that locked up. And the next weakest link was my idle tension pulley, which is a stock part that came on the car, and it just took that sucker out. But luckily it didn't damage anything in the engine, because this whole unit here, the whole supercharger unit, is self-sustaining. So the only thing that operates the supercharger is just a belt from the main pulley wheel of the engine, just runs this. So nothing went wrong with the engine, thank goodness. But like I said, the idler pulley failed, which is part of the supercharger kit, and the idle tension pulley. So I guess once I got it to the shop that following Monday, this happened on a Saturday, and I got it to the shop that Monday, went in, and the guy told me that I was going to need a new idler pulley, and I was going to need to order it, since it was RIP parts, or part of this kit. I had to order it from RIP. So that means they were able to get the stock part, but like I said, I had to order the new pulleys from the other new pulleys from RIP. The frustrating thing about it was that once I called RIP 2 days before Christmas, this was like the 23rd, and I wanted them to replace the part for free because it was part of their product. But they couldn't, because I didn't originally get the kit from them. That's another thing. If you're gonna use this kit on your 3.6, you want to make sure you get the kit from them, so everything will be warranted and could be replaced without any cost. So you want to make sure you get it from them. But my problem was I bought the kit secondhand. If you go back and look at that video when I first got this kit, it was brand new. I mentioned that to RIP when I called them, that the kit was brand new, and it had never been opened, but they had no way of assuring that. So I actually had to pay for a new pulley. Actually, I bought two. I went ahead and replaced and bought this one, and there's another one here. This one was actually still good, but I bought a new one anyway and replaced that one, and had to get a new belt. So two new pulleys and a belt and an idle tensioner pulley. So, but at any rate, had to end up ordering that. I put the order in. They processed the order. Now, right after that day, RIP took their Christmas vacation, which was from the 24th all the way up through January the 2nd. So they processed it, but they didn't ship it. So UPS didn't actually pick up the parts until January the 2nd, when they opened back up, when RIP opened back up. So I had to wait until I actually got the parts. They were really quick, so I actually got the parts that following Saturday. Got it to the shop, got it to the mechanic and everything, and they were able to put everything on. The mechanic that was working on the car, before he could actually put the new parts back on, he had the flu. So all this time, man, my car is just sitting and sitting. So he was out 3 days with the flu, but ultimately, he was able to get back in a couple of days and get the work done on the car. They had to. Now, the labor was actually the killer. They actually had to take off the blower. That was the biggest thing. It was probably something I could have done myself, but the labor of taking this off would have been very time consuming. So I just went ahead and let them do it. But they were able to get everything back on. Everything's back up and running. It runs great. Like I said, two new belts. A new belt and two new pulleys. This is what the old ones look like here. This is the one that failed. And if you can look real close, let me see if I can get it in the sun here. Or get it in the light, rather. You can actually see here how it's bent and missing some bearings. So this is the one that actually locked up. And you can look on here and see where the belt was slipping on it. And it just took out. Sorry for the wind, man. It's very windy and cold. I don't know if you can hear me shivering, but I apologize for the wind. But you can actually see how the belt was slipping on it here. So this one's actually failed. The other one, which is this one here, this is actually still good. So we're going to keep this one just in case. These actually come with a 1-year warranty on them. So if anything were to happen to those, then I'll at least be covered under a 1-year warranty for those. But like I said, man, you know, I was furious at first. You know, the cop actually stopped and saw my hood up, and was talking with him. He ended up being a car guy too, and he would say, man, I would be furious, and which I was. I was pretty pissed off at the beginning, and you know, like I said, I had to question. You know, I only had the kit on for about a year, and you know, for a part to fail that quick, you know, but I had to understand that. I realized that, you know, parts of machines, man, you know, they tend to fail. So no matter what it is or which car it's on, it could be a new car or, you know, a car with some miles on it, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, things fail. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that this was just a bad part, and hopefully I won't have any more issues with that. You know, it's a very good system. And like I said, man, you know, it satisfies the ultimate thing, which is making power. You know, all we guys want to do is go fast and make power. So, you know, can't hate on that. But at any rate, man, like I said, everything's running perfectly. Sounds good. And like I said, I just want to let you guys know what went on with it. I got a whole bunch of more stuff coming on the car. I said I was done appearance-wise, but I got a couple of more things coming. We got some brakes coming, and a couple of more things. So those will be in upcoming videos. Like I said, man, appreciate all you guys. Thank you all for the support when the Super 6 went down. I got a lot of, you know, supportive comments when the car went down. So I really appreciate it. We're back up and running. And like I said, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to let's keep the uplift in the community, man, in the most part, in the car community. Let's keep uplifting each other and supporting one another. That's what it's all about. Just to share with you real quick, man, I was just tooling around in the Charger and had to go run some errands, and had a guy come off the freeway in a black Pontiac. I think it's a GTO. Pontiac GTO is one of the ones that they don't make anymore, the last model they made. And I can't remember, I think it's a V8 in there, and he got off, and as soon as he saw my car, he went to revving, and we both went up to the light, and I had no intentions on racing, so you know, as soon as the light went green, he took off and got over, and when I went by him, you know, he revved his engine, so you know, he must have saw some potential there. So, but oh yeah, I got a couple of new badges put on the car. I took off the 292 numbers, you know, rolled with that for a while and decided to make a change. So since the car is supercharged, I went ahead and put a supercharged badge on there. So I think that that's gonna ride a lot better. You know, that's gonna look a bit better, match a little bit better on the car. So the wheels are holding up. I just cleaned her up yesterday. It's been very cold here in Georgia. It had been raining all the last week. So that little window is when the rain stops and before it gets cold is the only time you have to clean your car. So I was able to make it in that window and clean it up really nice, and was just enjoying it today. Beautiful day, but cold day here in Georgia. But like I said, man, appreciate you guys, and look forward to the next video of some other things coming up. All right, man, you guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.